Students in my AI for Business 101 course for the spring 2025 semester. It is Professor Mrs. Jones, and this is lecture 2.5. Okay, so in lecture 2, one of the things that I said was that you don't really need automation in your business until you have a process that you know is working over and over and over again, and you want to be able to scale your business so that you can do more of the thing that's working. That is true. I want to add that there are some basic things that may make sense for you in terms of automation, right? So, for example, if you have a list of, say, more than 20 people, then it does make sense for you to have an automation tool to send those people emails, right? Because you're contacting them, and so sending emails one by one. If you have 20 people that you're sending emails to, that could end up taking up a lot of your time, right? So that's not like a big, huge, major process, but that's an area where you could utilize automation. You may need to automate the sending of an invoice, okay? If you have more than 10 clients, you may want to automate sending out your invoices to save yourself some time, right? So I wanted to give that point of clarity, because I don't mean that you should never use any automation tools ever. What I am saying though is that when it comes to some of the more complicated automations, it just simply does not make sense. So for example, there's a lot of talk right now around utilizing AI agents to automate sales processes, right? So I see a lot of small business owners saying, oh, I need an AI agent to take calls. I need an AI agent to make calls. I need an AI agent to make calls and then make decisions about what's happening on the call, and then decide whether or not I need to receive that call, or whether or not I just need to receive an email about that call, those kinds of things. And that's something that is being marketed heavily right now to small business owners. And one of the challenges is that oftentimes when there's a lack of something. So, for example, if the business is not making enough money, if the business doesn't have enough leads, if the business doesn't have enough of something, then the idea, or what's marketed to small business owners, is that, oh, you're not making enough sales, it's because you're not using AI. Oh, you don't have enough leads, it's because you're not using AI automation. Oh, you don't have enough of this, it's because you're not using AI or you're not using automation. When the reality is that's not necessarily true, right? So for example, if you're not making enough sales in your business, that could be a sales problem, it could be a marketing problem, it could be a product market fit problem, it could be a combination of all of those problems, but that's not necessarily an automation problem. That's not necessarily an AI problem. Does that make sense? So in that type of situation, you wouldn't want to invest the money and the energy in having an AI agent take your calls and then automate, that AI agent sending you emails and doing all of these different things, because you don't quite have a process that is working to bring in sales into your business. Does that make sense? So I wanted to offer that point of clarity onto that lecture, so that, if you have an email marketing tool, I don't want you to feel like, oh my God, like I don't have 100 customers, I should get rid of the tool. No, those kinds of things, make sense. But when we get into some of the more complicated processes, you've got to make sure that you've got something working. If you're not making enough money in your business, that's not an AI problem, it's not an automation problem. If you don't have enough leads or enough people who are interested in your business, that's not an AI problem. It could be a marketing problem. It could be the type of content that you're creating. It could be the people that you're marketing to. There could be so many other issues going on with your process and your philosophy around marketing and sales that are causing that problem. And so I wanted to bring that in as a point of clarity. Okay. The other thing that I wanted to bring in, because I'm looking at some of the discussion posts, and you guys are doing amazing, by the way. I absolutely love the types of conversations that you're having. I wanted to make something a little bit clear. So in the beginning of the lecture, I asked, are you able to define AI without utilizing any of the tools? And then later on in the video, I said for your discussion board assignment, I wanted you to kind of just unpack and have some conversation about the things that you wanted to open up that were in the lecture. And what happened with some of the responses is there was like an elaboration on whether or not you could explain AI and without the tools and all of that. That's not necessarily where the assignment for the discussion board is coming from, okay? What I want you to do is to watch the lecture, and I want you to focus primarily on the information that is provided in the lecture. Focus primarily on the information that's in front of you. Why is this going to be important? Because the next class that we're going to do, because we're doing the intro right now, we're doing the intro to AI right now. The next class that we're going to do is on ethics, the ethics of AI, critical thinking, and risk assessment. In order for you to be able to do that well as a business owner, you have to develop the skill of looking at and paying attention to and developing your viewpoint on the information that is actually in front of you, not on what you think is being insinuated, not on your personal opinion. And this is going to be so super important when we get into the AI of ethics, or the ethics of AI. The critical thinking for business owners. Okay, so let me say this. This is not a philosophy. It's not going to be a philosophy class. This is specific to what it means for you to do this as a business owner, and then doing the risk assessment. In order for you to be able to master that concept and to really utilize that concept in a way that serves your business, you have to develop the skill of paying attention to and developing your personal philosophy for what AI is going to be for you in your business around the information that is in front of you, what's presented to you. Does that make sense? So I want to give you guys the opportunity. That's one of the reasons why we're doing these discussion posts. Because I will tell you that ethics is going to be intense. When we get into ethics, critical thinking, and risk assessment, like your ability to assess the risks of different tasks in your business and different projects in your business, to decide whether or not like for example, deciding whether or not your security, your data security is more important than the convenience of a specific tool, whether it's an automation tool or an AI tool. You've got to develop the skill of paying attention to and responding to the information that is right in front of you, the information that has been presented to you. Facts over feelings, if you will, right? Responding to the facts over your emotional attachment to a specific philosophy, or your emotional opinion about a specific philosophy. Because at the end of the day, your money is not emotional. Okay, money is not emotional, and the purpose of this is for you to be able to utilize AI as a business owner, and part of that, getting your time back, getting your energy back, getting your brain space back, but also to make money. Also to make money, because you're in business to make money. I don't care if you say, oh, I started my business because I wanted to help people. Yeah, if you did not care about profit, you would have started a nonprofit. You didn't start a nonprofit. You started a for-profit business. And so I want you all to be able to use the skills that you learn from this course to also make money in your business. So that's going to be important. So for 2.5, I just want you to put in the comments that you acknowledge and that you understand. And then I want you to go back to lecture 2, and that's where you're going to do your discussion post. Now remember, that's due Monday, 2/3/25 at 11:59 p.m. Okay? And for those of you who have not yet accessed the online portal, please remember, okay, if you've not yet accessed the online portal, the due date for that is 2/3/25 at 11:59 p.m. If you do not access the portal by that point, you will be considered dropped from the course. And one last note, for the 9,278 millionth time, enrollment for this course is closed. I am not affiliated with Hillman Talk. I have asked them to take my course down from their website and my information down from their website. I get it. I know that's where people are getting that information from. My course is closed for now. I will let you know when the wait list is open. Okay? All right. So I look forward to your acknowledgments here in the comments, as well as your discussion board posts on lecture number 2. Bye.